Hey Barricade, it's Fletch with the Big Sky Tactical Channel. And you're having a contest and you wanted to know about light. What are we using to generate light? So I thought that I would, maybe kind of go off maybe in a little bit different direction than most viewers and talk about what we have in our repertoire, so to speak, to produce light in the event that there's no electricity. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is just these cheapo 9 LED lights. You can see these at the hardware store, grocery store. They usually try to sell them for like $5 or $6 a piece. Well, if you order these from Harbor Freight, you can catch them on sale for $3. So you're paying $1.50 for each one, and they even come with batteries in them. They've got 3 batteries in them. So $1.50 for 3 batteries and a flashlight. So obviously you can afford to stock up on quite a bit. I've got some of these like in a bug out bag in vehicles and whatnot. And this is just part of what we have. But you don't ever want to have just one of anything. Obviously you want to have redundant backups. So these little LED lights are awesome. They'd also be very good for bartering in a SHTF or a WROL situation. So there's these little 9 LED lights. They actually work halfway decent and seem to last, halfway long anyways. I don't know if I, would ever trust my life to ever having just one of those, but again, at $1.50 a piece, you can afford to buy a lot of them. And then of course, you're going to need batteries, and so again, this just bulk batteries. If you watch the sales at Harbor Freight, you can get these things for, let's see, how many batteries? 24 batteries, and I got them on sale for $6. So, and they're these nice sealed little plastic packs. So, and they actually seem to last halfway decent. Probably, certainly not as good as a name brand or something like that. But for that price, and yeah, they're decent batteries. So there you go, batteries. And then, for a little bit more tactical situations, you can buy these at Costco. They're called a Tech Light. And it says Tech Light Lumen Master, and I don't know if you guys can see that there, if the camera's focusing, but this is a 3-phase light. You've got on or low beam, high beam, then you've got a strobe. And the really neat feature about these lights is that when your batteries get low, and I don't have any batteries that are low to show you, but there's a red LED under this clear cover on the end of the flashlight, and it'll actually start glowing red. So, if you've got these flashlights someplace where you use them pretty often, I thought that was a really nice feature. Now, obviously, if it's someplace you're not going to use it a lot, you want to put one battery in upside down, put some plastic in there, whatever, to keep the electrical connection from making. But if it's something that you're actually using on a pretty regular basis, I thought that was a really nice feature. You can buy these, and they actually have a halfway decent runtime. I believe it's 4 hours on the low beam, so not too bad for runtime either. You can buy these in a 3-pack at Costco now for $19. It used to be 2 of them for $19, but now it's 3. So they're a great deal. They're actually pretty good flashlights. I've beat them up a little bit, and this is something. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be something that's going to compete with a big name brand, but for the price that you're paying for it, and again, for a little bit more critical application than like the $1.50 flashlights. These will get the job done. So there's those, and then of course you've got to have a way for more long term. So we've got the lantern, And you know, you can buy these at China Mart, Sportsman's Warehouse, lots of different places sell this. I've seen these lanterns, and I don't have the tags for them anymore, but you see them everywhere. You know, all you need for these is you need to buy some wicks so that you have backup wicks, and kerosene. You know, make sure you have you know, several gallons of kerosene. But these actually work halfway decent. Obviously, you know, this isn't something that's, you know, the most ideal. I'm sure there's other things out there, but in an emergency, you know, this is definitely something that will get the job done. And these aren't that expensive. I know they're under 10 bucks. I think they're about 7 or 8 at China Mart. And, you know, but again, at that price, you can afford to buy several of them, so you could have several of them in a room. And especially for us, where, you know, we kind of live in rural Montana, and our power goes out more often than what we'd like. So for us, this is a very practical application as well. Well, there you are, Barricade. Those are my ideas for light. So there you have it. Congratulations on your subs, man, and great channel. Like looking at your knives and what you're doing there as well. So congratulations. This is Fletch with the Big Sky Tactical Channel signing off. God bless.